Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. My name is Kate Bowman. Today we're talking about decluttering and 5 easy places to get started. And I'll probably also throw in a couple of super easy bonus spots too. Over the last several years, my family and I have moved into smaller and smaller homes. We went from our 3,000 square foot blue house, and now that the boys are grown and off doing their own things, my husband and I live in a 320 square foot tiny house. One of the questions I am most often asked is, how did you get rid of all of your stuff? A lot of people also say to me, I would love to get rid of a whole bunch of our things, but I don't even know where to start. When my family and I chose to start living a more minimalistic lifestyle, there were thousands upon thousands of items in our home that we had to say goodbye to. But decluttering the excess is definitely doable. After a little while, decluttering went from being completely overwhelming to seriously fun, if you can believe that. The mantra started becoming, what else can I get rid of? What else can I get rid of? We are coming up on the 6-month mark since we moved into our tiny home, and although I'm always getting rid of things here and there, I haven't really done a serious declutter. I thought that this would be the perfect opportunity to bring you along with me through 5 different places in our house where it can be really easy to start decluttering. I'm going to show you how easy it is to start the process of letting go of the items that no longer bring you joy or they're just not useful to you anymore. I always like to grab a trash bag for the inevitable garbage and then a box or a bin for items that I can donate or share with other people. And like I said, I'm always looking for things to declutter. And over the last couple of days, I have found a few things. Our first stop on the decluttering tour is going to be in the bathroom. That can be a really great place to start. So come on with me. Welcome to our tiny house bathroom. I thought we would get started in the bathroom because it's rare that you're going to find a ton of sentimental items in the bathroom, and sentimental items tend to be the ones that we really struggle to get rid of. We are going to go ahead and get started in the medicine cabinet. In the medicine cabinet, you can go from shelf to shelf, or you can go ahead and take everything out. I always just like to go from shelf to shelf. I find that less overwhelming. We've got retainers, those are staying, petroleum jelly is staying, but basically what I'm doing is I'm just looking at our expiration dates. If the medicine is expired, it's ready for the trash can. All right, for this next shelf, I'm just gonna do a quick look in here of makeup items, and this concealer brush, I cannot remember the last time I used it, so I'm going to say goodbye to this. And this right here, this is the perfect product and the perfect example to talk about this. A lot of people have a hard time letting things go because they spent a lot of money on it. And this is a Goop product, the Gwyneth Paltrow stuff, and I love a lot of her products. This one just kind of has a smell that I don't really love it. And I'm pretty sure that this cost somewhere in the $50 to $60 range. And so it'd be easy to convince myself that I'm going to use it at some point, but you know what? I'm not. I know I'm not. So even though I spent those $50 or $60, I'm not going to keep it in this cabinet because I know I'm not going to use it. So I am going to also put this into the trash bag. This is a sample. I don't know if you get a lot of samples, but my hairstylist at one point had given me this. I've used it one time and I'm not going to use it again, so I'm going to let it go. This actually is empty, so I don't know why it's in there. We're going to let that one go. And then everything else in here looks good. All right, so for the medicine cabinet, we are already down 4 items. So woohoo! So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the trash bag, and then we are going to move on to easy spot number 2. All right, so easy spot number 2 is still in the bathroom. We're going to go ahead and get into the bathroom drawers and cabinets. We live in a tiny house, so we are in a very small space. Maybe you have a bathroom closet versus the setup that we have here, which is, a couple cabinet drawers and a mirror. The same principles apply. You're just going through and you're finding those things that are expired. You're finding those things that are no longer useful to you and that you are realistically not going to use. Those are ready for the trash can. So let's get into this drawer. Ooh, this drawer is a mess. I already see some items that I'm going to let go of. Old prescriptions, those are gonna go. Don't get sunburned. Been in here for a long time. So as I am in this space, it would be very, very tempting to start kind of like cleaning and ordering and organizing. But the purpose of today's video is to just go through and get those items that are no longer working for you. Here we are, heading down to this drawer here. I don't wear a lot of nail polish. Obviously that one's looking a little rough, so I'm gonna let that go. Typically with bathroom stuff, I do not donate it, but because this is still actually on in its package and it's clearly never been used, I am going to go ahead and put that in the donation box. So again, we've got lots of items for our trash bag, which is exciting. It's always exciting. So we are going to go ahead and give the bathroom cupboard a quick check here. This is definitely the girly zone. So this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about how today I'm just worrying about decluttering. This space definitely needs a vacuum, but I'm not worried about that today. Epsom salt. I am going to let that go. Neti pot. We don't even have the neti pot anymore, so I am going to let that go. I do have several bottles of my favorite shampoo and conditioner, and although there are several of them back there, I am not going to be getting rid of any of these because these are useful products and I definitely am going to use them. I stocked up on them during a Black Friday sale. That is it for the bathroom clutter in our little space here. If I wasn't jabber-jawing on camera right now, this probably would have taken me 2 to 3 minutes. I was able to get rid of all of these items, which is awesome. So the bathroom is as decluttered as I can get it for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and put these things in the trash bag, and then we are going to meet up in the kitchen. Welcome to our kitchen space. The refrigerator is spot number 3 on our stop, and it can be another great place to flex your decluttering muscles. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. We are not super full, which is a perfect time to go ahead and look through things. I find that the easiest place to start in the refrigerator is right here on the condiment store. Now we have an apartment size fridge. It's an itty bitty. It's the smallest that we've ever had, but we find that there is plenty of room. It was just Christmas, so we have a lot more stuff than we usually do. I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. This is gonna go. This, it's time for a new bottle. We've had this since, I don't even know when, this summer sometime, and Connor, who usually eats it, he won't be home for a while again, so we're gonna let that go for now. So let's come over here, and I can see cream. I cannot have dairy, so this is gonna go. Actually put that back there. Everything else here is good. Now the fruit and vegetable drawer can also be a great place to find, some, things that are ready for the trash can. Ooh, yep. Ready for the trash can. Yeah. I can't even say how long that this cheese has been in here, so that is gonna go as well. But other than that, I feel like oh, hey. Hey, buddy. Are you gonna help me with the refrigerator? Yeah? Okay. Jack is definitely an opportunist. He knows that the good stuff is in the refrigerator here, but so basically this is all done. I'm going to quickly put things into the trash can before he decides to help himself, and we will move on to spot number 4. So I forgot the freezer. So basically with the freezer, you're going to do the same exact thing that you did with the refrigerator. We have just recently restocked. We kind of hit the freezer hard at Christmas time, so all of these are fresh things. I know that we are going to keep them. Our freezer is good, but maybe you have some things in yours that could end up in the trash can. We are moving on to spot number 4. For us, that is a pantry. Perhaps for you, that is kitchen cupboards, but in our very small space, this is our designated food area. I know that we have a ton of things left over in here that are from Christmas that Brian and I just don't eat, but they were here for when Connor was home. So that's a half empty bag. We're gonna let that go. Some bags that have been sitting around for a while, those can go. We don't eat this stuff. We were gonna do chicken fajitas and we never got around to it. I think I have drank all of the samplers I like, so that's gonna go. And so just like that, we have a very empty drawer, but these are the actual items that Brian and I will eat. So that's the stuff that's staying. We're moving on to the second drawer here. This one is a mess. There are some canned goods in here, so I'm going to start by looking at some dates. Expired food is not donatable, so that stuff, unfortunately, this stuff is just going to have to go into the trash. I just bought this about 2 weeks ago, so this actually is donatable, so I'm going to put this into the donation pile. That's going to go. Right, so this one is as good as I'm going to be able to get it for now. Again, I see some chocolate chips hanging out down there. They need to get vacuumed up, but that's just not what I'm doing right now. We definitely have a lot of excess stuff, but these are items that I definitely will use over the next coming months. So I'm going to keep those, and I've thrown out what I'm not going to use and donated just a couple of items that I can. All right, so basically for this third drawer, we are gonna just go ahead and do the same thing, quickly looking for things that we're A, not gonna eat, or B, are expired. This one here, although it looks like a mess, most of this stuff is absolutely staying. I went through this just a couple months ago. This is spices and stuff, so if you haven't been through your spices for a while, you might wanna give those a look, but I know for sure that ours are mostly fresh, but we just kind of have a lot of excess oils and things like that that I had bought for the holiday season. So this one is actually pretty good. I just need to organize it a bit. We are off to a really great start. We have been through 4 spaces, and I don't know if you have been decluttering along with me, but I am starting to accumulate quite a pile. Got that bag right there. If you come over here, I'm going to need another trash bag for this. Like, some of these things I will definitely try to recycle. Things are piling up. We've got things that are ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and take you up to the master loft now for another easy spot to declutter. Welcome to the master loft. I am definitely on the short side of the loft. This is my side of the loft. I am totally sitting down. Another place that I have always found pretty easy to kind of declutter is if you have a bedside table. And our bedside table is a little different because we are in a tiny house, but the bedside table I used to have had tons of drawers and things, and I would just shove all kinds of things in there. And I'm finding that even though I only have this little basket, I still tend to shove things in there. So if you have a bedside table, maybe that is a place where you might want to do a little decluttering. So this is definitely going to be a little interesting because there is not a lot of room to work with up here. Let's see, in our little basket here, I have some journals here that I have yet to fill, so I'm gonna keep those. A couple of journals that I have filled, but I do like to keep them just to kind of look back on where I was and what was going on certain dates. These were useful for a time, but I have filled those up and I'm ready to let those go. A sentimental item that I am not ready to let go of. These items belong in here. All right, definitely like to have a couple of pencils on hand. This is a sharpener. These are some colored pencils that can go back downstairs. I'm saying goodbye to 2 items, which that's perfect. That's 2 things I don't need. I am back downstairs. I took just a couple of minutes to get the items ready that are recyclable, ready for the recycling bin. We've created quite a haul today, and this is just a couple of small areas in our tiny house, so I can't even imagine what can be found in a home that has several bathrooms and several bedside tables and a much bigger refrigerator than ours and cupboards of food. It's kind of fun if you're a decluttering geek like I am. So these are the things for the donation bin. Again, these are the things that are recyclable that we found today. And then we've got this big old bathroom-sized trash can just absolutely crammed full of things that are ready for the trash. I had said at the beginning of the video that I would show you a couple of other places that are really easy to declutter that were not part of our 5 for today. And it's just really simple spots like this right here. We have some bananas, and this banana is past the point of where either Brian and I would eat it. Sometimes I think we make decluttering really hard, but it can be as simple as getting rid of a banana. We'll toss that in the sink for the garbage disposal, and then I will come over here. So this is another easy spot, just like little nooks and crannies and drawers that you have around your house. We have a drawer right here where I keep our supplements and things like that, and I know that this one is long past good, so that can go away. This one, I know that it's probably not good anymore, so that one can go. My bet is that there are little nooks and crannies all over your space that probably have things that are no longer of use to you. I know that when I started the decluttering journey, my stuff was in control of me instead of the other way around, and I love that that is not the case anymore. Well, I think that's it for today. I hope that we took some of the overwhelm out of decluttering and you were able to see just how simple it can be. Baby steps are usually so much more effective than the grand gesture, and none of these 5 simple spaces took more than just a couple of minutes to declutter. Did you find yourself doing some decluttering with me? If so, how many items were you able to say goodbye to? I would love to hear about it in the comment section below. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and join me on the journey to living a more simple life. Until next time, bye!